السلام عليكم ورحمة الله تعالى وبركاته. الحمد لله رب العالمين والصلاة والسلام على أشرف الأنبياء والمرسلين وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين، أما بعد، فأعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. واتقوا الله ويعلمكم الله. وقال سبحانه وتعالى: ومن يتق الله يجعل له مخرجا ويرزقه من حيث لا يحتسب ومن يتوكل على الله فهو حسبه. وقال سبحانه وتعالى: ومن يوق شح نفسه فأولئك هم المفلحون. صدق الله مولانا العلي العظيم. إن الله وملائكته يصلون على النبي يا أيها الذين آمنوا صلوا عليه وسلموا تسليما. صلى الله على النبي الأمي وآله صلى الله عليه وسلم. صلاة وسلاما عليك يا سيدي يا حبيبي يا رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم. اللهم لا سهل إلا ما جعلته سهلا وأنت يا حي يا قيوم تجعل الحزن إذا شئت سهلا. اللهم يا كريم أكرمنا بنور الفهم وأخرجنا من ظلمات الوهم ولا حول ولا قوة إلا بالله العلي العظيم. Inshallah Azza wa Jal, today we will continue with the Muhammadan Covenants, a book that we go through weekly, alhamdulillah rabbil alameen, on spiritual development and outward and inward embellishment by Imam Abdul Wahhab Sha'rani rahmatullah alayhi, entitled Lawaqihul Anwar al-Qusiyya fi Bayan al-Uhud al-Muhammadiyya. Today inshallah Azza wa Jal, we'll start with covenant number 176. A very important covenant here, a very important pledge. Covenant means promise, yeah? And this entire book is a book on covenants, promises that the Shaykh Imam Al-Sha'rani rahmatullah made to his Shaykh, which then reaches the Messenger sallallahu alaihi wasallam. So it is a promise to the Messenger sallallahu alaihi wasallam that we will do this, we will do that, we will not do this, we will not do that. So today's topic is in relation to staying away from the oppressors, staying away from the company of those people who do not have a distinction between halal and haram, staying away from eating or partaking from the food of those people who are not concerned with what is halal and what is haram, who are not bothered and concerned with their halal income, whether the income is halal or haram. A very important covenant here, and it's specifically in relation to leaders, governors and kings, but it can be applicable to anyone. So if you know that there is someone whose income is doubtful, yani it's not halal, it's mixed between halal and haram, try and avoid going to them, try and avoid sitting with them, try and avoid getting or being recipients of any gifts from them, try and avoid partaking from any food that they present to you at their abode, at their homes, at their palaces, or whatever. So he mentions here, Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim, أُخِذَ عَلَيْنَا الْعَهْدُ الْعَامِ رَسُولِ اللَّهِ صَلَى اللَّهُ عَلَيْهِ وَسَلَّمَ. This general covenant has been taken from us, which reaches the Messenger of Allah صلى الله عليه وآله وسلم, أن نروض نفوسنا إذا طلبنا الدخول على الظلمة ومخالطتهم بالورع عن شبهات الدنيا والزهد في حلالها. He says this covenant has been taken from us, which reaches the Messenger of Allah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, that we train ourselves, that we undergo a spiritual exercise whenever we are required to go to the oppressors, to the tyrannical leaders, to the kings, and whenever we are demanded to, or whenever we are in a situation where we have no choice, it is a necessity for us to mix with them, to meet them, then what should we do? We should train ourselves to stay away from, to exercise caution in relation to whatever food is presented, whatever gifts are presented, and to be very cautious in relation to the dunya. Yani before we even enter before we even meet the kings or the oppressors or the tyrannical leaders, we should train ourselves by being very cautious in relation to this dunya, and to make do with the little from this dunya, to be abstinent, to show abstinence in relation to the dunya. Why? So that when you go to the king's palace, when you see gold taps, when you see gold bricks, when you see marble floors, when these things sparkle in your eye, dazzle in your eye, you don't faint, you don't fall in love, you don't then start to flatter the king and the queen and the prince and the governor in order to get some gifts from them. Why? Because you've already done what? You've already trained yourself. You don't look at all these things. What you want from the king is that he executes justice, that he shows equality. This is what the Muslims need to do with all the Muslim population that we have, all of us. The greatest jihad of this day and age, and jihad is not a taboo word, okay? Jihad, they've distorted the meaning. Jihad does not mean holy war. Holy war means al-harb al-muqaddasa. It does not mean jihad. Jihad is the translation for jihad is not holy war. Jihad means struggle. And Islam emphasizes with the inner struggle greater than and more than the outer struggle. Okay? Obviously, when there are conditions that are met, that the ulama have stipulated and put down strict conditions, then obviously jihad becomes fard. Obviously, this is in the books of fiqh and books of jurisprudence. So the best form of jihad that the Prophet said is what? That you go to an oppressor, go to the who is it? The Prime Minister of Burma, or the kings and the leaders of these states and these countries where Muslims are being oppressed, and go to them and say the word of truth in their face. Speak and uphold the truth in front of them. This is the greatest form of jihad. Don't give in. Don't give up to them. Don't give in. Stand and uphold the truth. This is the greatest form of jihad. This is why I told you, if you remember, signing the petition, doing whatever you can in order to put a stop and to put an end to the never-ending oppression that is being meted out against the Muslims, to the east, to the west, to the north and to the south of this entire world. We are completely engulfed in this fire of oppression. The greatest form of jihad that you can do, that I can do, is to pray for them, is to go to our local MPs, go to our local councillors and raise our concern, voice our concerns to them, to join peaceful protests and peaceful marches in order to make the world understand and make them aware that the entire Muslim Ummah, we are all one, we are united. If there is oppression that is meting out against our Muslim brothers and sisters in Burma, we feel the pain. If they are being oppressed in Pakistan, in India and Kashmir, we feel the pain. If they are being bombed, and if they're being gassed, and if they're being ridiculed, if they're being exiled from their homes in Yemen, we feel the pain. If they are not allowed to pray Salah in Masjid Al-Aqsa, which is Palestine, Jerusalem, the third holy place that we have on the entire face of this earth, the third holy haram, then we feel the pain. We join in the pain. We cry. Yeah, we should feel the pain. Okay, this is what Islam is asking. We don't feel charmed. We are not charmed by. We are not fascinated by these huge skyscrapers and these palaces and these marble-floored, red-carpeted palaces that these people live in. No, the only concern that we have with these leaders, with these kings, is to get our word across. So this is what he's trying to say. This is what Imam Sha'rani is mentioning here. Okay, don't be allured by the world, by the charms of this world. Don't be poisoned by the venom of this world. As the Prophet ﷺ mentioned, إِنَّمَا الدُّنْيَا حُلْوَةٌ خَضِرٌ. This world, this dunya, money is like glitter, and the apparent is green, but it's poisonous. It's poison, green, sweet poisons, venomous poison. From the apparent, the world seems fascinating. You are fascinated by it. You go to Dubai and you fall back when you see these huge skyscrapers. When you go to Burj Al Arab, when you tilt your head like that, you fall backwards. You see Mercedes and Subarus and all them cars, flashy cars, studded with diamonds. And if you say, wow, you take a selfie. This is not the attitude of a Muslim. Okay, we should not be concerned with all this. كن في الدنيا كأنك غريب أو عابر سبيل. Live in this world as if you are a traveler, a stranger. This is not your permanent abode. Your permanent life is what? Is Jannah. Aspire for it. Strive for it. Live for it. Die for it. Okay? This is what you should do. Okay? Do everything that will pave the way for you to enter Jannah. This glitter and this glamour, this is for the kuffar. This is not for us. They will have toilet seats made of gold. So what? They will wash their hands in sinks that have gold-studded taps. So what? They will live in palaces that have gold bricks. So what? Doesn't matter. What concerns us is our relationship with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, our ubudiyyah with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. How much have we expressed servitude to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala? Have we prayed our namaz on time? Have we fulfilled the rights of our parents? Do we acquire and learn the fundamental aspects of the deen? Are we negligent of the commandments of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala? All of these things, we should take into consideration. Okay? So then he says, فَإِذَا أَحْكَمْنَا الْمَقَامَ فِي ذَلِكَ دَخَلْنَا بَعْدَ ذَلِكَ عَلَى كُلِّ ظَالِمٍ وَخَرَجْنَا مِنْ حَضْرَتِهِ سَالِمِينَ مِنَ الْإِثْمِ إِنْ شَاءَ اللَّهُ تَعَالَى. When we are fully grounded and stationed, when we are firmly established on this station of zuhud, of being ascetics. Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alamin. Durshib Allahumma salli ala Muhammad. Alhamdulillah, yarhamkullah, yahdikum Allah wa yuslih balakum. When we are fully grounded in terms of being abstinent, okay, not being infatuated in the love of this world, okay, not allowing even a single morsel of food which is doubtful, to ensure that every single pence that you earn, every single morsel of food that enters your mouth is halal. When we are firmly grounded at this level, at this station, that whatever we eat, whatever we drink, whatever we do, whatever we earn is halal, then what can we do then? دخلنا بعد ذلك على كل ظالم وخرجنا من حضرته سالمين من الإثم إن شاء الله. If we are at that level, at that status, then we can go to and fro the oppressors, where we can go to them, we can leave them, and we shall be protected from every kind of sin if Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala so wills. If we are ascetics, if we become ascetic, if we become abstinent, if we are very cautious about what we do and what we eat, then we can go to the kings, we can go to the oppressors, we can tell them the haqq, the truth, but they will not be able to influence us. We will be completely free of any ailment, any defect from them. We will be salimeen, inshallah. We will be protected from any kind of sin, inshallah azza wa jal. وَأَمَّا مَنْ دَخَلَ إِلَيْهِمْ مِنْ غَيْرِ أَنْ يُرَوِّضَ نَفْسَهُ فِي الْوَرَعِ وَالزُّهْدِ فَمِنْ لَازِمِهِ غَالِبًا الْآثَامُ وَالسُّكُوتُ عَلَى مُنْكَرَاتِهِمْ. As for the one who does not, prior to going to the kings or the oppressors or to tyrannical leaders, the one who does not train his soul, train his nafs to make do with a little of this dunya, with staying away from even the doubtful of this world, what will happen? He will enter the palaces of the king, he will go to the kings, and he will not be protected from evil. He will eat from their food, he will eat from food which is doubtful, he will even eat that which is haram, he will even accept presents which are haram, okay? And he will remain silent when they do something wrong. Because remember one thing here, whenever you see something wrong, there's three stages to that. To reform, to restore right, okay, to dispel that wrong, there's three stages. Number one, that you change it with your hand, with authority, with power. If not got the power to do so, the second level is what? That you change it with your tongue verbally. Zuban se usko roke. If you can't even do that, the third thing is to feel bad about it in your heart. This is the least stage of Iman. But as for the person who does not exercise his nafs with cautiousness, with zuhd, then what will happen? He will fall into sin and he will remain silent when he sees the kings and the oppressors doing wrong. Why? Because of this. What is this? Money. Money talks, doesn't it? Money talks. Okay? When there's money, people become silent. There's scholars who become sellouts. There's certain institute in India, a certain group, sect, who sell fatwas. So people bribe them with money and they will write a fatwa as they want. पैसे देके उनको रिश्वत देते हैं और जैसा फतवा चाहे ये नाम निहाद के मुफ्ती ये फतवा लिखते हैं. Complete sellouts. So this is why Imam Sha'rani mentions we need zuhud. We don't look at this dunya. We're not concerned with the world. Whether a person gives money or not, I'm going to uphold the truth. Whether people like it or not, I'm going to say the word of truth. I'm going to live by the truth. I'm going to die for the truth. This is the maqsad, this is the aim of life. Okay? That you do not compromise. That there's no mudahana. That you do not sell your religion because of dunya. This is what the Jews used to do. يُحَرِّفُونَ الْكَلِمَ عَنْ مَوَاضِعِهِ. They used to distort the Torah. Why? Because people bribed them. Okay? The famous story of Bala'am bin Ba'ur. Okay, Bala'am bin Ba'ur was given Ismullah al-Azam. Whenever he used to make a dua, it used to be accepted by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. People came to him. The Jews came to him, bribed him, gave him presents, cursed Musa alayhi salam and cursed his tribe. So he said, no, I can't do that. I'm not gonna curse the Prophet of Allah. So they gave him more gifts. They increased the price. They held the carrot in front of him. And so he went on the hilltop, and as he was about to say a few words against Sayyidina Musa alayhi salam, to curse Na'udhu billah Sayyidina Musa alayhi salam and his tribe, the Muslims, his tongue flung out. He could not speak a word. فَانْسَلَخَ مِنْهَا فَأَتْبَعُ الشَّيْطَانِ. Okay? He became ensnared in the trap of Satan. This is what Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala mentions in the Quran. And what will happen? In Yawm al-Qiyamah, he will be cast in Jahannam in the form of a dog. And the dog of the sleepers of the cave, the Ashabul Kahf, Qitmir, that will be given his form, and this dog of the sleepers of the cave will go into Jannah. Okay? So this is what happens. Dunya jab aati hai, log deen ko bhul jate hain. कहते हैं कि सब कुछ जायज़ है, सब कुछ होता है. जब दुनिया आती है तो शादियों में भी नाच गाने सब कुछ हलाल हो जाता है. यहाँ पर मस्जिदों के अंदर खूब नमाजें पढ़ते होंगे, खूब तस्बीह घुमाते होंगे, लेकिन शादियों में और जब दुनिया आती है तो सब कुछ हलाल हो जाता है. ये कैसी दीन, ये कैसा दीन है? So don't become sellouts. Okay? Uphold the truth. Don't be awestruck and don't be intimidated by these business tycoons, by these sharks that we see. Yeah? So, some people become friends with they have these contacts, these rich people, these business people. And then they don't speak a word of truth in front of them. They will listen to music, but they will remain silent. These people remain silent. These affluent people will do something wrong. They will usurp people, will execute them. Will earn money through fraudulent means, like our Muslim leaders are doing around the entire globe. If you read the stats, the Panama Papers, whatever you call them, okay, what has it revealed and exposed? Muslim leaders have fraudulently amassed wealth of their own citizens in their own nations, in their own countries, and then they've transferred that money in Swiss banks in Switzerland, to avoid tax and whatnot. Okay? Fraud. Muslim leaders are number one in being the greatest fraudsters. And then when people go and meet these leaders, they then become like that automatically. Because as-suhba mu'athira. A company has the effect. So this is why Imam Sha'rani mentions, if you want to go to the king to uphold the truth, if you want to go to the leader to intercede on behalf of people who are being oppressed, okay, to intercede on behalf of them, you need to meet the king. the first thing that you need to do is to train yourself. Go through a spiritual exercise that you will not be affected by, you will not be charmed by, you will not be fascinated or intimidated by the wealth that you see with the rich people. Otherwise, you will engage in flattery, you will falsely praise them. لأن من يستمطر من أحد حسنة يخاف من تغيير خاطر ذلك الأحد عليه ولو كان في ذلك سخط الله كما جرم. फिर यहाँ फरमाते हैं कि जो शख्स किसी से एहसान चाहता है कि तुम मेरा ये काम कर दो, बादशाह से कुछ काम करवाना है, लीडर से कुछ काम करवाना है, मेरा सिक्का लग जाए, मैं यूके में रहने लगूँ, कुछ वीज़े का कुछ कर दे मेरे लिए, तो बहुत होशियारी के साथ जाते हैं और बहुत खौफ करते हैं कि कहीं ऐसा न हो कि ये शख्स मुझसे नाराज़ न हो जाए। अगरचे वो शख्स ऐसा काम करता हो जिसमें अल्लाह ताला की नाराज़गी हो, लेकिन वो अल्लाह ताला की नाराज़गी नहीं देखेगा, वो उसकी नाराज़गी देखेगा। क्यों? क्योंकि उसको मतलब है। इसलिए अगर हम अपने आप को दुनियावी ख्वाहिशात से दूर रखेंगे और हमारा मकसद सिर्फ अल्लाह ताला ही होगा, अल्लाह ताला की रज़ा होगी, तो चाहे हमारे सामने करोड़पति हो या कोई भी हो, हम हक की बात उसके सामने कह देंगे। हम किसी से नहीं डरेंगे, किसी से नहीं दबेंगे, किसी से नहीं दबेंगे, न किसी से डरेंगे इंशाअल्लाह। So यही हाल इमाम शानी रहमतुल्लाह बयान फरमाते हैं। The one, because he gives a very beautiful example. When you need a favor from someone, okay, you are very concerned, you fear that that person's attitude may change in respect of you, he may become displeased with you. You ensure that he's always pleased with you, even though if in pleasing him it incurs the wrath of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, you will still please him. A person will not be concerned with the pleasure or the displeasure of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. All his concern will be pleasing that person. Why? Because he wants money, because he wants a visa, because he wants to become a British citizen, because he wants the green card, or because he wants an X amount of money from him. So he will lick him, literally scratch his back. Okay, so this is what happens, as it's been experienced. بخلاف من يدخل إليهم زاهدا فيما بأيديهم بحيث لو قبلوا نعله ليأخذ مالهم لا يلين إليهم خوفا من الله. As opposed to the person who is an ascetic, who is abstinent, who is cautious, zahid, when he enters into the vicinity, into the palaces of the king, then even if the king and the leaders were to kiss his shoes, were to take his shoes and put it on their heads, to accept the gifts that they give him, he will not accept even a pence from them. Why? Out of the fear of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. His heart will not be inclined towards them, because he knows that the money that they are bringing to him is the money that is usurped from the people. Don't we know the incident of Ghaus Pak Shaykh Abdul Qadir Jilani radiallahu ta'ala anhu? Whenever the kings and leaders wanted to meet him, he used to go out of his home. He did not allow any king to enter his blessed presence, radiallahu ta'ala anhu warda. The same with the great scholars and awliya who followed his footsteps, Huzur Mufti Azmin rahmatullah alayh. When people used to say, the kings used to say, leaders used to say, the prime ministers of India used to say, we want to meet the king of Bareilly, Mufti Azam Hind Mustafa Raza. He never allowed any one of them to enter in his presence. And when they used to enter, he used to say a word of truth in front of them. Okay? One day I heard this story from a speech of Huzur Muhaddis Kabir Hafidhahullah, Allah Maziyal Mustab, one of the great sheikhs, living wali of Allah subhanahu of this age, without a shadow of doubt, Hafidhahullah. He said, you must have heard this name, Dilip Kumar. This was not his actual name, this was his film name. He was a Muslim. He had a Muslim name. Yes, Yusuf was his name. He came to Huzur Mufti Azamin's court. Huzur Mufti Azamin said before, I don't want to meet him. But then he came. He didn't shake hands with Huzur Mufti Azamin, did not shake hands with him. And he said, immediately as soon as he entered, he wasn't bothered. He is a film star or whatever he is. He has a big party behind him, and if someone said anything about him, he'll have someone in prison. He wasn't bothered about that. He said, what a wretched person are you? What an unscrupulous person are you? You had a Muslim name, Yusuf, such a beautiful name, and you changed it to a Hindu's name? Aren't you ashamed? Don't you have any shame before Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala? When they, by force, the Indian government, the Hindu government imposed that vasectomy should happen. Vasectomy means that people no longer can bear any child. They cut the, there's an operation that happens on vasectomy. Okay, it's called emergency ka masla, usko kehte hain. Nasbandi. It is haram in Islam. Okay, because Islam promotes and believes in procreation. You cannot, without any valid reason, undergo vasectomy. So, where all the ulama was scared because anyone who spoke against vasectomy, against the law of the Indian government, then they would put them in prison behind bars. They would be imprisoned and they would be punished. Wuzu Mufti Azim rahmatullah said, Nasbandi haram hai, haram hai, haram hai. He not only said this, he published a fatwa in thousands and spread it all across India. Even the Hindus, they received his fatwa, but none had the audacity to come to Mufti Azmin rahmatullahi alayhi, because he was a zahid, he was an ascetic. The only khawf that he had in his heart was the khawf of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. As Umar ibn Khattab used to say, when you have the fear of Allah in your heart, the khawf of the entire creation comes out of your heart. When you have instilled the fear of Allah in the heart, the creation begins to fear you. But when you leave the fear of Allah, when the fear of Allah leaves your heart, you then begin to fear the people. Okay? So this is what Imam Sha'rani rahmatullah is mentioning here. Rahmatullah alayhi rahmatan wasi'ah. They are not bothered. Ghaus Pak radiallahu ta'ala anhu, the king Khalifa al-Mu'tasim billah, he brought 2 bags, 2 dinar ki thaliya lekar ke aaya. हाँ, 2 bags of golden coins, और कहा कि हुजूर आप इसको कबूल कीजिए. गौस पाक रदियल्लाहु ताला ने फरमाया कि मैं इसको कबूल नहीं कर सकता हूँ. उसे दोबारा कहा कि हुजूर मेरी तरफ से हदिया कबूल फरमा लें. गौस पाक रदियल्लाहु ताला अन्हु ने इरशाद फरमाया मैं हरगिज़ कबूल नहीं करूँगा. तीसरी बार जब इसरार किया तो हुजूर गौस पाक रदियल्लाहु ताला जलाल में आ गए, और जलाल के आलम में दोनों ये दीनार की थैलियाँ पकड़ी और उनको निचोड़ा और उसमें से खून टपकने लगा. अल्लाह अकबर. ये आपकी करामत थी. आप दिखा रहे थे कि माल की असलियत क्या है. खून बहने लगा, खून टपकने लगा, और इतना टपकने लगा यहाँ तक कि ऐसा लगा कि जैसे एक नहर बह रही है. और गौस पाक रदियल्लाहु ताला उस वक्त इरशाद फरमाया कि ए नादान, क्या तुझे शर्म नहीं आती है कि लोगों का माल चूस करके, नाहक माल लेकर के मेरे पास आता है. अगर मुझे ये हया न होती और ये एहतराम न होता कि तू नबी करीम सल्लल्लाहु अलैहि वसल्लम की आल में से है, आपकी औलाद में से है, तो मैं इस खून के नहर को इतना बहाता यहाँ तक ये तेरे महल तक पहुँचता और लोग देखते. अला रूसिल अशहार, लोगों को पता चलता कि लोगों का माल किस तरह खाता है और किस तरह जुल्म करता है लोगों पर, फिर मेरे पास ये माल लेकर के आता है. तो गौस पाक रदियल्लाहु ताला ने 1 पैसा भी कबूल नहीं फरमाया. ये हमारे औलिया किराम, उलमा किराम का ये वतीरा पहले से चला आ रहा है कि कभी भी जालिमीन का माल कबूल नहीं करते, न उनकी दावतें कबूल करते हैं, न उनके घर में कदम रखते हैं. सुभान अल्लाह. फिर फरमाते हैं रहमतुल्लाह रहमतन वासिया, فهذا يخرج سالم من الإثم ومن تسليطهم عليه بضرب أو حبس أو تحويل نعمة. If this is the attitude of the person, if a person is a zahid, he's an ascetic, he's not concerned with the world, his only concern is the khawf of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, is the pleasure of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, he will leave the palaces of the kings completely free from any sin and completely free of any infliction of pain, any imposing of punishment on him by the government, by the king, or any imprisonment or any changing of the blessings, any blessings being taken away from him by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. If you are zahid, if you're not concerned with what the kings have, what the business tycoons have, what the rich people have, and you uphold the truth in front of them, you put them straight, put them right, you tell them the truth in front of their faces, then inshallah you will be protected from all types of sin. You will not compromise your religion. You will not become sellouts. You will not sell your religion for a bit of dunya. يأخذون الدنيا يبيعون الدين بعرض من الدنيا. They will sell their religion for a bit of materialistic possessions. That's what the Prophet ﷺ mentioned in the hadith. Allahu Akbar. وَلَمَّا وَشَوْا بِذِنُّونِ الْمِصْرِيِّ وَجِيءَ بِهِ مِنْ مِصْرَ إِلَى بغداد مُقَيَّدًا مَغْلُولًا فِي مِحْنَةٍ وَقَعَتْ لَهُ. जब हज़रत ज़ुन्नून मिस्री रहमतुल्लाह, हज़रत ज़ुन्नून मिस्री रहमत कितने बड़े बुजुर्ग थे, अल्लाह ताला के बहुत बड़े वली. आपका मज़ार शरीफ काहिरा में है, अल्हम्दुलिल्लाह उनके मज़ार शरीफ की ज़ियारत भी हमने की है. हज़रत ज़ुन्नून मिस्री रहमतुल्लाह अलैह बहुत बड़े बुजुर्ग थे रहमतुल्लाह अलैह. तो लोगों ने उनको नाउज़ुबिल्लाह, लोग ये समझे ये बहुत ज़िक्र किया करते थे, अल्लाह ताला के मुशाहदे में महव थे. तो लोगों ने ये समझा कि माज़अल्लाह ये पागल हो गए हैं, और माज़अल्लाह उनकी तरफ झूठ बांधा लोगों ने और कहा कि ये तो माज़अल्लाह ये माज़अल्लाह ज़िंदीक़ हो चुके हैं, यानी इस्लाम से खारिज हो चुके हैं. तो उन ज़ालिमों ने क्या किया, इन ज़ालिमों ने हज़रत ज़ुन्नून मिस्री रहमतुल्लाह अलैह को जो है वो जकड़ दिया और बांध कर, रस्सियों में बांध कर, आपको बेरिया पहनाकर आपको ले गए, मिस्र से लेकर बगदाद शरीफ ले गए. कहाँ? मिस्र इजिप्ट, और कहाँ? बगदाद शरीफ इराक. चलते हुए ले गए. अल्लाहु अकबर. तो क्या हुआ उसके बाद? فَلَمَّا مَرُّوا بِهِ عَلَى عَجُوزٍ تُسَرِّحُ كَتَّانًا فِي مَخْزَنِهَا. So they tied Imam Dhunnun al-Misri rahmatullah alayh. They laid a false accusation on him. They, na'udhu billah, said that he's become a disbeliever. They didn't understand wilaya and tasawwuf, and they completely censored and they completely went against and attacked Sayyidina Dhunnun al-Misri rahmatullah until they forced him to exile Egypt. They forced him out of Egypt, and they tied him in shackles, and then they forced him to walk all the way to Baghdad, which is in Iraq. Allahu Akbar. Muqayyadan maghlulan. He was tied in shackles in relation to the hardship that befell him. فلما مروا به على عجوز تسرح كتان في مخزنها فقالت ما هذه الكبكبة. When they took Sayyidina Dhunnun al-Misri rahmatullah alayh, they went past a house, a storeroom, a room belonging to an old lady, an old woman. She was spinning yarn, she was spinning, weaving linen. So she heard this commotion, she heard this noise, and she said, "Ma hadhihi al-kubka?" What is all this crowd? Where is all this crowd going? ये भीड़ कहाँ जा रही है? ये आवाज़ कहाँ से आ रही है? ये बूढ़ी औरत ने कहा. فقالوا لها إنهم أتوا بذنون المصري إلى الخليفة ليقتله لزعم أهل مصر أنه أتلف عقائد الناس. तो उन लोगों ने बूढ़ी औरत से कहा कि ये आवाज़ उन लोगों की है जो मिस्री लोग हैं, वो हज़रत ज़ुन्नून मिस्री रहमतुल्लाह अलैह को बेरियों में जकड़ के वो लोग खलीफे के पास ले जा रहे हैं ताकि खलीफा उनको शहीद कर दे, कत्ल कर दे, क्योंकि वो लोग ये कह रहे हैं कि नाऊज़ुबिल्लाह वो काफिर हो चुके हैं और लोगों के अकायद बिगाड़ रहे हैं. कितनी बड़ी तोहमत लगाई उन लोगों ने. So they said to the old woman, these people are taking Dhunnun al-Misri rahimahullah rahmatan wasi'ah to the Khalifa, to the Caliph, so that he kills him, so that he punishes him, so that he puts him and completely slays him, hangs him, gives him the death penalty. Why? Because these Egyptians, they have laid a false accusation accusing Dhunnun al-Misri rahmatullah alayh of spoiling and damaging their aqidah, and they have said that he's become a zindiq, he's become a disbeliever. Allahu Akbar, astaghfirullah. यानी औलिया किराम को कितनी बड़ी तकलीफ उनको पहुंचाई गई, कितनी बड़ी तकलीफ उनको पहुंचाई गई, कितना सताया गया उनको, लेकिन उनको जुबानों से उफ तक नहीं निकलता था. अल्लाहु अकबर. तो बूढ़ी औरत थी, बड़ी होशियार थी, माशाल्लाह बड़ी नेक थी. फ़क़ालत अल-अजूज़ इअतूनी बिही. The old woman said, bring him to me, bring Dhunnun al-Misri to me. فَأَتَوْهَا بِهِ. So they brought Sayyidina Dhunnun al-Misri rahmatullah to the old woman. فَقَالَتْ لَهُ يَا ذَنُّونَ إِنْ أَرَدْتَ النُّصْرَةَ عَلَى مَنْ ظَلَمَكَ بَيْنَ يَدَيِ الْخَلِيفَةِ فَاسْتَحْضِرْ عَظَمَةَ اللَّهِ. Subhanallah. क्या नसीहत कर रही है बूढ़ी औरत. बूढ़ी औरत ने कहा, ए ज़ुन्नून मिस्री, अगर तू चाहता है कि अल्लाह ताला तेरी मदद फरमाए इन जालिमों के ऊपर, तो तू अल्लाह ताला की अज़मत और किबरियाई और अल्लाह ताला का कहर, अल्लाह ताला की क़ुव्वत को पेश नज़र रख। ये समझ कि लोग कुछ भी नहीं कर सकते हैं, अल्लाह ताला सब कुछ कर सकता है। ये एक बाल भी तेरा बिगाड़ नहीं सकते, ये तेरा कुछ नुकसान नहीं पहुंचा सकते। If you want the help of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to come upon you, if you want the divine succor of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, then visualize azamat Allah, the glory and the majesty and the greatness and the power and the omnipotence of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. That Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is Al-Akbar, the greatest. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is fa'alu lama yurid, He does what He wants. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is Azim, the greatest. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is Rafi', the loftiest. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is Al-Mutakabbir, the one who is the greatest, the mightiest. Al-Azizul Jabbar, the vanquisher, the subduer, the mightiest is Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Don't be awestruck. Don't be intimidated by these powers, by these Burmese oppressors, by these people elsewhere in the Middle East who are oppressing the Muslims. Don't be intimidated by them. We should have the belief that Allah subhanahu is the greatest. Never be intimidated by the nuclear weapons. Never be intimidated by their numbers, by their weapons, by the media and by the politics, by the trio powers that they have. Finance, media and politics, they have. But who do we have? We have Allah subhanahu on our side. And if Allah is on your side, you don't have to be concerned with anything. Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen. Istahdir azamat Allah. Visualize the azam of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. وَمَثِّلْ نَفْسَكَ أَنْتَ وَالْأَخْسَامُ وَالْخَلِيفَ بَيْنِ يَدِي الْعَزَّ وَجَلْ وَهُوَ الْحَاكِمُ. And imagine yourself and these people who are against you, your adversaries, and the Khalifa. Imagine all of you standing before Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and Him being the supreme judge. He's Ahkamul Hakimin. He's Maliki Yawmiddin. और ये सोच और ये तसव्वुर कर कि तू और खलीफा और ये सारे तेरे दुश्मन, सारे लोग मैदान महशर में अल्लाह ताला के सामने खड़े हैं और वही फैसला फरमाने वाला है। ये गुमान कर कि आज तू खलीफे के सामने नहीं, आज ऐसा गुमान कर कि सिर्फ अल्लाह ताला के सामने तू खड़ा है। सुभान अल्लाह। वइय्याक अन तखाफ मिन अल-खलीफा फयुसल्लितहु अल्लाहु अलैक। और इससे बच कि तू खलीफे से डरे, खलीफे से न डर, खलीफे से न डर, खलीफे से न डरना, खलीफे से खौफज़दा न होना, वरना अगर तू खौफज़दा हो गया खलीफे से तो अल्लाह ताला उसे तुझ पर मुसल्लत फरमा देगा। Don't fear, don't have the slightest fear of the Khalifa in your heart. The only fear that you should have in the heart should be the fear of Allah. Who was saying this? An old woman who was spinning yarn. अल्लाह अकबर, कैसी अजीम माए थी उस ज़माने में। अल्लाह अकबर, इस ज़माने में भी होगी लेकिन बहुत थोड़ी। आजकल की माए को तो जी टीवी से फुर्सत हासिल नहीं है, वो कहाँ ये बातें सुनेगी और बताएगी। इनको तो शादियों में नाच गाने से फुर्सत नहीं है। वैसे मुहर्रम शरीफ जब आएगा तो आंसू बहाएगी, शादियों में जाएगी तो खूब नाचेगी। ये कौन सा इस्लाम बनाया तुमने? अल्लाह नेक तौफीक अता फरमाए। Allah Allah. So, fear. Don't have any fear of the king. Don't be intimidated by him. If you become intimidated by the king, by the Khalifa, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will give him power over you. And then she also advised and she said, وَإِيَّاكَ أَن تُجِيبَ عَن نَفْسِكَ فَيَكِلُكَ اللَّهُ إِلَيْهَا. Don't answer on your behalf. Don't give a reply on your behalf. Don't answer on your behalf. Don't try and absolve yourself by yourself. Otherwise Allah subhanahu will leave you to it. But uskut, rather remain silent. When they ask you, when they interrogate you, remain silent. وَارْضَ بِعِلْمِ اللَّهِ فِيكَ, and be pleased with Allah's knowledge in relation to your matter. Be content, remain silent, and understand that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is fully aware of your innocence, that you are completely guilty free. Leave the matter to Allah subhanahu. Don't utter a word to defend yourself. अपने आप की हिमायत में एक लफ्ज़ भी मत बोलना, खामोश रहना, और ये समझना कि अल्लाह ताला खूब मेरे मामले को जानता है, वही मेरे लिए किफ़ायत करेगा, वही मेरी मदद को आएगा, अल्लाह ताला ही मेरी नुसरत फरमाएगा, मेरी हिमायत फरमाएगा। ये सबक हमें किस वाक़े से मिलता है? हज़रत इब्राहीम अलैहिस्सलाम के वाक़े से, कि जब आपको कारून ने वो आग में डालना चाहा, तो उस वक्त हज़रत जिब्रील अलैहिस्सलाम हज़रत जिब्रील अलैहिस्सलाम उनकी खिदमत में आए और अर्ज़ किया कि हुजूर, अल्लाह ताला की बारगाह में कोई अगर आपकी कोई हाजत हो, कोई सवाल हो, तो मैं अल्लाह ताला की बारगाह में पेश कर सकता हूँ, आप मुझसे कहिए। तो आपने इरशाद फरमाया, कफ़ानी बिसुआलिही इल्मुहु बिहाली। सुभान अल्लाह, उसका मेरे हाल को जानना, उसने मुझे ये बात मेरे लिए काफ़ी है कि मैं उससे सवाल करूं। इसने ये बात मुझे बेनियाज कर दिया है कि मुझसे सवाल करूं। ये खुद अल्लाह ताला खुद जानता है मैं किस हाल में हूं, इसलिए मैं बेनियाज हूं कि उससे सवाल करूं। वो खुद जानता है। तवक्कुल, सुभान अल्लाह। So when Hazrat Ibrahim salam was about to be thrown in the fire of Nimrod or Qarun, or probably Nimrod, so then Jibreel salam came. He said, if you have a need with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, I can present it to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Ibrahim said, no. His knowledge of my state suffices me, makes me independent of asking him. He knows about me, I rely on him. He is the best of all judges. He is ahkamul hakimin. Subhanallah. Allahu Akbar. So then she said, وَارْضَ بِعِلْمِ اللَّهِ فِيكَ, be content with the knowledge of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in relation to your matter. وَانْتَظِرْ مَا يُنْطِقُ اللَّهُ تَعَالَى بِهِ الْخَلِيفَةَ فِي شَأْنِكَ, and wait for the answer which Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala makes the Khalifa speak in relation to you. Wait for the judgment which Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala passes in relation to you from the tongue of the Khalifa. Wait for what the Khalifa speaks, what Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala makes him speak about your matter. فَقَالَ لَهَا نَعَمْ. Hazrat Misr rahmatullah then said to her, yes, inshallah, I will do as you said. فَلَمَّا مَضَوْا بِهِ إِلَى بَيْنِ يَدِي الْخَلِيفَةِ, when they took him to the Khalifa, ادَّعَى عَلَيْهِ أَهْلُ مِصْرَ بِأَنَّهُ زِنْدِيقٌ أَتْلَفَ عَقَائِدَ النَّاسِ. The Ahlul Misr, the people of Egypt, they laid a false accusation on him. They alleged that Dhunnun al-Misri rahimahullah has become a zindiq, which means a kafir, na'udhu billah, disbeliever, and he's destroying the people's aqidah, people's doctrinal faith, people's doctrine and people's aqidah. فَقَالَ لَوْ خَلِيفَةٌ. This is what the people said. This is what the people fighting against him said in the court. कि ज़ुन्नुल मिस्र नाऊज़ु बिल्लाह तुम नाऊज़ु बिल्लाह इस्लाम से खारिज हो चुके हैं, हमारा अक़ीदा ख़राब कर रहे हैं। तो खलीफा ने हज़रत ज़ुन्नुल मिस्र से पूछा, तुम इसके बारे में क्या कहते हो? मा तक़ूल, तू क्या कहता है, तुम क्या कहते हो? फ़क़ाल माज़ा अक़ूल. हज़रत ज़ुन्नुल मिस्र रहमतुल्लाह अलैह ने वो बुढ़िया की बात याद की और फिर फरमाया, मैं क्या कह सकता हूँ, मैं क्या कहूँ? What can I say? What should I say? What can I say? إن قلت لا كذبتهم وأنا أستحيي أن أكذب مسلما. الله أكبر. If I say no, what they are saying is wrong. If I say no, then I am accusing them of lying, and I feel ashamed before Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to declare and label a Muslim as a liar. अगर मैं ना कहूँ कि ये लोग नहीं, ये मामला ऐसा नहीं है, तो इसका मतलब ये हुआ कि मैं उन लोगों को कहता हूँ कि वो लोग झूठ है, और मैं अल्लाह ताला से हया करता हूँ कि किसी मुसलमान की तरफ झूठ को मंसूब करूँ, तो मैं ला नहीं कह सकता. وَإِن قُلْتُ نَعَمْ كَذَّبْتُ نَفْسِي وَظَلَمْتُهَا وَطَالَبَنِي اللَّهُ بِهَا. और अगर मैं हाँ कहूँ कि हाँ ये जो लोग कहते हैं वो सच है, तो मैं अपने आप को झुठलाता हूँ और मैं उसका हक दबाता हूँ, मैं अपने आप पर जुल्म करता हूँ, अल्लाह ताला इसके बारे में मुझसे सवाल करेगा. तो मैं ना कह सकता हूँ ना हाँ कह सकता हूँ. If I was to say no, I would be labeling them as liars, and I cannot label a Muslim as a liar. And if I say yes, I would be oppressing my own self, I would be lying to my own self, and Allah subhanahu will hold me accountable for that. So Al-Khalifa, the Khalifa paused for a while. He remained silent. Khamosh ho gaya. Thumma qal. Then look how Allah subhanahu granted him success. ثم قال إن كان هذا زنديقا فما على وجه الأرض مسلم. अगर ज़ुन्नून मिस्री ज़िंदीक है तो फिर रुए ज़मीन पर कोई मुसलमान बाकी नहीं है. अगर यही शख्स नऊज़ बिल्लाह तुम लोग कहते हो ये काफिर है, ज़िंदीक है, तो फिर कोई शख्स मुसलमान दुनिया में रहे, कोई शख्स दुनिया में मुसलमान मौजूद नहीं है. If you declare him as a zindiq, then I bear witness that there is no Muslim on the face of this earth. Because there are Muslims, then he is the greatest Muslim. He is a great wali of Allah subhanahu. He can never be a zindiq. What then happened? Subhanallah. ثم صنع له محفة وفرش له فيها نحو ويبة من الذهب. फिर एक बर्तन दिया और बहुत सारा माल दिया. एक बर्तन में कई किलो सोना दिया हज़रत ज़ुन्नून मिस्री रहमतुल्लाह अलैह को. बड़े एजाज़ इकराम के साथ खलीफे के महल से उनको वापस किया. वक़ाल अनफ़िक़हु फ़ी सफ़रतिक वला तंसला मिन दुआइक. और हज़रत ज़ुन्नून मिस्री रहमतुल्लाह से खलीफे ने अर्ज़ किया कि हुज़ूर आपके वापस सफ़र बगदाद से मिस्र वापस के सफ़र में आप इसको खर्च फरमाइए और हमें अपनी दुआओं में मत भूलिएगा. अल्लाह कैसे एजाज़ के साथ अल्लाह तुमको नवाज़ा. क्यों? उनकी तवज्जो अल्लाह ताला पर थी, उनका भरोसा लोगों पर नहीं था, अल्लाह ताला पर था. Subhanallah. So then what happened? What did the Khalifa do? He ordered for a bag to be brought, and he filled it with approximately 30 kilograms of gold. 30 kg of gold. And he said to Dhunnun al-Misri rahmatullah alayh, "O Shaykh, this is a humble gift from me. Spend it on your journey, and please do not forget us in your supplications." فَمَرَّ ذُنُّونِ عَلَى الْعَجُوزِ. So then Dhunnun al-Misri rahmatullah went with honor past the old woman, and then he said to her, "Jazakillahu anni khayra." May Allah subhanahu reward you on behalf of me the greatest. Subhanahu. May Allah reward you abundantly. Subhanallah. तो ये मामला होता है सुभान, जो अल्लाह ताला पर भरोसा करते हैं और जालिमीन से मरऊब नहीं होते हैं, हक की बात कह देते हैं हर एक के सामने, तो अल्लाह ताला उनकी नुसरत, उनकी हिमायत, उनकी मदद फरमाता है. وسمعت سيدي علي الخواص رحمه الله يقول: من لم يعطه الله التصريف في الظلمة بالعزل والتولية وتحويل النعم وتأثيره في أبدانهم فليس له الإكثار من الدخول عليهم في شفاعة ولا غيرها. I heard my Shaykh Ali al-Khawas rahmatullah alayhi say that the one in this day and age who has not been given the power of disposition, power to do what in relation in the matters of the oppressors, to azla, to remove them from their position, or to appoint them, or to change the blessings, remove the blessings from them, or to have an athar, an effect in their bodies. Yani if they go against his command, then he can inflict a disease, inflict a pain on them, inflict some kind of harm to their bodies. If he's not been given this power, then he should not frequently visit these people. He should not frequently visit the oppressors, the tyrannical leaders, the kings, in relation to a matter of interceding or in anything else, especially in this day and age. لا سيما في هذا الزمان الذي قد صار الفقير فيه عند الظلمة من أحقر الناس لا يقبلون له شفاعة إما لعدم مشي الفقير على قواعد الصالحين وإما لعدم استحقاق الناس للشفاعة فيهم. Especially in this day and age, when a Sufi has become so abased and so lowly and so inferior than the lowest of the people according to the oppressors. In the sight of the oppressors, a Sufi has become the lowest of the low, and they will not accept their intercession on behalf of anyone, either because the fuqara of today, they are not following the footsteps of their pious predecessors, the salihin, or because the people are not worthy of their intercession being accepted by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So फरमाते कि इस ज़माने में बिलखुसूस कि जिस ज़माने में ज़ालिमी के नज़दीक सूफियों की कदर कुछ भी नहीं है. हाँ, 500 साल पहले की बात फरमाए जी, 500 साल पहले की बात फरमाए, तो आज का ज़माना तो कितना बुरा हो गया है. आज तो कोई कदर नहीं, ना उलमा की कदर है ना मशाइख की कदर है, इसलिए कि उलमा को भी और मशाइख को भी अब मालदारों और इन बादशाहों और गवर्नरों अमीरों के पास बैठने से बचना चाहिए, क्योंकि वो लोग हकारी की निगाह से देखते हैं, उनकी सिफारिश कबूल नहीं करेंगे। या तो इस वजह से कि वो आजकल के फ़कीर वो फरमाते हैं सारुल फ़कीरु फ़ी हाज़ा ज़मान ला यमशूना लिअद बिमश्ल फ़कीर अला क़वाइद सालिहीन, इसलिए कि इस ज़माने के फ़ुक़रा, इस ज़माने के सूफ़ी, वो जो पहले सूफिया के नाम थे उनके नहज पर नहीं चलते हैं, या इसलिए कि इस ज़माने में लोगों की सिफारिश कबूल करने के लायक, लोग इस लायक ही नहीं है कि इनके बारे में सिफारिश कबूल की जाए। अल्लाह अकबर, यानी यही फरमाते हैं इमाम शारी रहमतुल्लाह अलैह, अल्लाह अकबर। लेकिन अगर वो फरमाते कि अगर उस ज़माने के सूफ़ी कराम जैसा हमारा बर्ताव होता, तो जैसे कि शेख अबुल हसन शाज़ी रहमतुल्लाह अलैह उस शख्स के जालिम के पास गए और उसने आपकी सिफारिश कबूल फरमाई, इमाम नबवी रहमतुल्लाह जिस तरह जालिम बादशाहों के पास जाते थे, लड़काते थे, ऐसा ही अगर इस ज़माने में सूफ़ी करम हो जाए तो वो भी अगर इन जालिमीन के पास जाए तो वो भी उनके सामने सर-ए-खम तस्लीम कर दे, उनकी बात मान ले। लेकिन बस मामला ही कुछ और हो गया है। तो अल्लाह ताला हमें ये सारी बातों पर अमल करने की तौफीक अता फरमाए, हमें ज़ुहद अता फरमाए, हमें दुनियावी लालच से अल्लाह ताला महफूज व मामून फरमाए। ये अजीम सूफ़ी बुज़ुर्ग हज़रत इमाम अब्दुल वहाब शारनी रहमतुल्लाह जो प्यारी बातें आपने इरशाद फरमाई, अल्लाह ताला हम सबको इस पर अमल करने की तौफीक अता फरमाए। सल्लल्लाहु अला नबील उम्मी व आलिहि सल्लल्लाहु अलैहि वसल्लम, सलातु व सलामन अलैका या सय्यदी या हबीबी या रसूलल्लाह सल्लल्लाहु अलैहि वसल्लम। अल्लाहुम्मा रब्बना आतिना फिद दुनिया हसनतन व फिल आखिरति हसनतन व क़िना अज़ाबन नार। अल्लाहुम्मा रब्बना अफ़रिग़ अलैना सब्रन व तवफ़्फ़ना मुस्लिमीन। अल्लाहुम्मा रब्बना हब लना मिन अज़वाजिना व ज़ुर्रिय्यातिना क़ुर्रत अयुनिन वजअलना लिलमुत्तक़ीन इमामा। अल्लाहुम्मा अरिनल हक़्क़ हक़्क़न वरज़ुक़ना इत्तिबाअह व अरिनल बातिला बातिलन वरज़ुक़ना इज्तिनाबह। अल्लाहुम्मा अस्तर औरातिना व आमिन रवआतिना। अल्लाहुम्मा या रब बिजाहि नबिय्यिकल मुस्तफ़ा व रसूलिकल मुर्तज़ा ताहिर क़ुलूबना मिन कुल्लि वस्फ़िन युबाइदुना अन मुशाहदतिक व महब्बतिक व अमितना अला सुन्नति वल जमाअह व शौक़ इला लिक़ाइक या ज़ल जलालि वल इकराम। रब्बना तक़ब्बल मिन्ना इन्नका अंतस समीउल अलीम व तुब अलैना इन्नका अंतत तव्वाबुर रहीम। इन्नल्लाहा व मलाइकतहु युसल्लूना अलन नबी या अय्युहल्लज़ीना आमनू सल्लू अलैहि व सल्लिमू तस्लीमा। जज़ाल्लाहु अन्ना सय्यिदना मौलाना मुहम्मद सल्लल्लाहु अलैहि व आलिहि व सहबिहि व बारक व सल्लम मा हुवा अहलु। सुब्हान रब्बिका रब्बिल इज़्ज़ति अम्मा यसिफून व सलामुन अलल मुरसलीन वल्हम्दुलिल्लाहि रब्बिल आलमीन।